Hello and welcome back to reading my Radioapple fanfic. I wrote this fanfic on Wattpad, and in my comments I will link my Wattpad in case you want to read all this yourself, or if you want to read any of my other fanfics. This is chapter 27 of my Radioapple fanfic. Okay, it was late at night. Alistair and Lucifer had been asleep, cuddled on the floor inside of the radio tower. Lucifer slowly started fluttering his eyes awake. He yawned and turned over to check the time on his phone. It was 2 a.m. and he had several texts from Lilith throughout the night. He sighed. I don't know why it says signed. He sighed, not wanting to deal with it, but he clicked on them to read what she had to say. The hotel was in chaos at the moment, and she wants to meet up with him to talk. Lucifer sighed again, sat the phone down, and looked to his other side where Alistair was still sleeping, holding on to him. He really didn't want to leave Alistair's side. He gently pet the radio demon's red fluffy ears and ran his fingers through his hair. Just another text dinged on his phone. It was Lilith again. She was asking to see him now because she saw that he read the messages. As much as Lucifer didn't want to, he decided he would get up, put his clothes on, and ran out to see what help she needed. He might have moved on from her, but he wasn't heartless. If she needs to talk seriously, he would be there and help how he could. It was the mother of his child after all, and Charlie's opinion mattered most to him. Charlie wouldn't want her to be ignored if she needed help. He was very quiet to not wake Alistair up. He was so cute, like a little sleepy deer, and he didn't want to disturb him. Lucifer got dressed and used his magic to poof out of the radio tower. He texted Lilith back, saying he would meet up with her somewhere halfway between the radio tower and the hotel. She agreed, and Lou started walking. They eventually finally ran into each other. "Lou," Lilith yelled to him when she noticed him. "Hey," Lucifer said as they walked up in front of each other. "So what did you need me for?" "I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you one-on-one for days now, not since I found out about your new little relationship with a furry," Lilith said in an irritated tone. "Oh, please, there's no need to be hateful that I actually moved on," Lucifer responded. "Charlie knew about him before I even did. You can tell our daughter about this kind of thing before me. I thought we were closer than that, Lou. We spent eternity together, and you move on like it's nothing," Lilith said and crossed her arms. "Like it was nothing. You left for 8 years, just up and abandoned us. I cried, I mourned, I wanted you back for so long. But you know what? I didn't want to keep living in misery either. I found someone who wants to stay with me, treats Charlie with respect even when I wasn't around. And learning love again helped me become redeemed in heaven's eyes. Don't act like this was easy for me. It wasn't, but I'm finally happy now," Lucifer said sternly. "So you would really pick him over me, even if I wanted to give you another chance?" Lilith asked with disappointment in her voice. "Why the hell would you want to make it work all of a sudden anyway?" Lucifer asked. "Because you got redeemed, like you said. I never knew you could actually change, Lou. I'm sorry I doubted you and our relationship," Lilith said, ashamed she misjudged him. "Well, it's too late for all that. I don't want to start over anymore. I have a man now that saw my potential before heaven gave me another chance. You didn't care for me at my lowest, so you don't deserve me in my redemption arc." Lucifer wasn't afraid anymore to say how things are. Lilith looked down in shame, realizing she messed up and she couldn't have him whenever she wanted him anymore. "I'm sorry. I can see why you haven't been to the hotel either." She gestured to the hickeys and marks on him. Lucifer blushed a little, forgetting that stuff was noticeable. Yeah, we decided to spend the night at his radio tower." "Was it to avoid me or the problems at the hotel?" Lilith asked. "Well, the problems at the hotel. Al said it was a mess there, which actually, why are you interrogating me about my new relationship when you could be at the hotel helping Charlie?" Lucifer questioned. "These are issues I feel she can solve herself. I took care of some of it. I ran those V people out, but Charlie is still trying to rehabilitate this angel dust guy who suffered a lot of damage," Lilith explained slightly. "Wait, the V's were there?" Lucifer was shocked. "Yes, that was my bad. I went a little insane and thought I could get info from them about that butler you're dating." Lilith was a bit ashamed. "He's not a butler, he's a bellhop," Lucifer replied. "No, I'm actually the host of the hotel," a static radio voice said loudly behind Lucifer. Lucifer whipped his head around to see Alistair standing behind him. "Oh, Al, what are you doing here?" I awoke to see you not beside me anymore, and of course I would go looking for you. You snuck off to see your ex-wife behind my back, I see." He narrowed his eyes at her. "Wait, no, I promise, it's not like that. I just came to see if she needed help. She was blowing up my phone," Lucifer tried to explain. "So you're at her every beck and call again?" Alistair was annoyed. "No, I swear, I would have rather stayed at the radio tower with you," Lucifer defended himself. "But you didn't." Alistair didn't want games. "It was because I needed help with Charlie," Lilith said, interrupting them. They both looked over at her. She could feel the tension. As much as she hated to admit it, she did really love Lou as a person still, whether they were together or not, and didn't want them to fight because of her. She had at least a bit of decency for their relationship to lie and defend him. "Yeah, Charlie needed help, and I was just trying to see if he would come back to the hotel. She was asking for her dad, and I got the V's out." Yeah, Lou appreciated her not making it worse for him. What she said, "I need to talk to her about Charlie and figure out how to help. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, Al." Alistair stood there for a minute, silently looking at both of them and thinking of his next response. "Okay, well, allow me to help with my stepdaughter. Maybe I would like to be an involved parent too." He waited to see if it would get under Lilith's skin the way it used to get under Lucifer's. He had to play the bonus dad card. Lilith wasn't happy about it, hoping for more privacy, but she dealt with it civilly, and for once Lucifer was thrilled to hear Alistair wanting to be involved. It was the opposite reactions from them both, and Alistair took note of it. They all agreed to walk back to the hotel together. Lilith led the way, and the other two followed, and holding hands the whole time. Alistair wouldn't let him go, holding Lucifer's hand tightly. I should have put a comma there. Making a point that he was his now and not hers, but she ignored and kept her eyes forward, refusing to look behind her at them as they followed. Once they arrived back to the hotel, it was getting closer to morning, and Nifty let them inside since Charlie and Vaggie were helping attend to Angel Dust. They were about to see where the day would lead to. And this is all I have for chapter 27, so when we come back tomorrow, we'll be reading chapter 28 and see where it goes from here. Bye!